This year has been spectacular for the Indian space ecosystem. It's more than ISRO now. There have been clearances of thousands of crores by the government and a roadmap set till 2040 for the Indian Space Research Organization. I have with me Dr. S. Somanath, Chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization, who has steered ISRO into a new orbit. Thanks a lot for speaking to me, Dr. Somanath.
Thank you.
What were the big announcements within this year and which excited India and ISRO?
I believe that this year has been a very splendid year for us in terms of the missions that we accomplished and also the future roadmap that we have set for ourselves based on the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. The very first time in the history of space program, we have a vision for next 25 years announced. That I consider as a very milestone thing that in the future that will define the way the organization is going to take or the space program is going to take it forward. As you know that the space sector opening up and reforms announced, I think there has been a huge amount of interest. And this also multiplied by the success of Chandrayaan-3, made ISRO to be looked upon as a very promising organization, an organization which is delivering. But regularly we have been looking at only the missions in terms of the rocket launches and the satellites.
Now let's talk about the approvals.
Okay.
We had big announcements made. Tell me more.
Okay, on the announcements, I can tell you that the very first time a long-term program has been announced. The essence of the program is exploration, where the human being or Indian will go and land on the moon before the end of this Amrit Kal. When we celebrate the 100th year of our independence, an Indian flag will be flying on the moon with our person going and putting it back and returning safely. That is targeted in 2040. But before that we achieve that, there are many things to be done. And that is the beauty of it, that we cleared a program in which the space station is an essential element of achieving that, using space station as a platform.
Which is the Bharatiya
Antariksha Station.
By 2035.
We will build the Bharatiya Antariksha Station to be its fullest operational complement by 2035. First module will be launched in 2028. To achieve that, we will have a series of missions to Moon. The Chandrayaan-4, which is a sample return mission, has been cleared. Also, an exploration mission for Venus orbital mission has also been cleared. To do all of this, we need enhanced payload capability. So for that, next generation launch vehicle, NGLV, with a future-ready rocket, reusable, greener, and modular, which can send human beings to space and to moon, is also cleared. So these are the bigger announcements.
You also had a test of a reusable launch vehicle, which excited India no end, because no other country is doing that.
Reusable launch vehicle is always very exciting because it gives a feeling of like an aircraft, you can go to space and come back. The space shuttle gave that dream. But today the approach is to have compact reusable launch vehicles where human beings are not part of it, but it is fully autonomous and go to space and come back to do certain specific tasks. So reusable launch vehicle RLV-LEX to demonstrate the landing autonomously has been a big work in the last year. After having perfected the mission, we did two perfect landing, demonstrating its versatility. Not nominal landing, off nominal landing we demonstrated and landed perfectly. With that, we closed that program and we are going to the next phase of scaled up full version that goes to orbit.
Now, I said the Indian space ecosystem now, it's more than ISRO. We also had the private sector contributing.
Last year, we saw the growth of private sector in many ways. First and foremost, the number of startups increased to almost 250 in the last year. And we also announced a foreign direct investment policy by the government, which allows up to 100% FDI investment in space, of course, with some specifications how it should be. And
also a venture fund.
And also an announcement of a venture VC fund for supporting NGEs in this sector. But my belief is that it's not the biggest thing. The investment that has come into private companies from venture investments have reached 1,000 crores last year. And we also had successful launches of liquid-propelled rocket by a private startup company.
Agnikul launch.
Correct.
Agnikul launch, suborbital
launch, which is a very complex achievement for a liquid engine development. Then coming to ISRO, we also transitioned from an operational work to more into R&D. It's something very, very important to as a cultural change. We are making the steps to make NSIL an operational partner and take on R&D. So I can tell you last year has been the biggest R&D year, and that results will show up not next year, but in the coming years in a big manner. And we already have two R&D launches in the SSLV. SSLV D3 hosted two important R&D payloads, including the automatic identification payload. We also launched a GNSS reflectometry as an experimental payload. We are going to have a quantum experiment successfully achieved, and we are developing a quantum key distribution payload. Full electric propulsion system has been qualified. We are going to build the technology development satellite next, and many, many others. So you can see the new proposals, the Bharatiya Antarisha Station, the Gaganyaan, the Chandrayaan 4, everywhere these new technologies will be coming, including artificial intelligence.
A very exciting year for ISRO. India was also very excited.
Of course it is, because we are excited about looking at the future. Looking at the technological growth is important, but bigger goals that we have set for ourselves is expanding the space economy. When you talk about the space enterprise of this country, which involves ISRO, the technology ecosystem, and as well as industries. With our effort is to expand the space to the industries, so that there is a contribution in economy which will bring businesses, which bring labor, for example, jobs to people, and ultimately revenues to the country. So I think we are moving in the right direction, and we are very happy that Department of Space and ISRO plays the right role along with other stakeholders like InSpace and NSIL to make this transition.
Thanks a lot for speaking to me, Dr. Somnath.
Thank you.
So that was Dr. S. Somnath. In the year, we also saw the first Space Day being celebrated, and also the announcement done by a foreign company that for every rupee invested in the Indian Space Research Organization, the return has been 2 rupees and 52 paise. So the taxpayer, whatever you are investing in ISRO, is giving you enough returns. National pride is a very, very important part which ISRO gives and provides to the country. A great year for ISRO, a roadmap set till 2040, India flag flying high in space.